Good morning and welcome to First Friday Flow. Today I'm going to be speaking with you about how we as sensitives can define our version of success. It's a little different. I think everybody needs to define their own version of success. I think this is a really important process. Those of you who know my work know that I'm a big believer in knowing what we want and creating our vision and then continuously tuning into that every single day, creating our lives the way we really want our lives to be and being conscious of that. So as sensitives, we have a few extra layers that we're processing on, right? We've got the physical, I'm going to say nervous system, because we bring in so much extra information. That's how we as sensitive, highly sensitive people process so much extra environmental information when we walk into a room, when we walk into a new situation, and it plays into our intuition and it plays into the way our brains work. So lots of times recently I've been saying how we as sensitives have some advantages in business because we're taking in extra information. It helps us to be really good at serving our clients. We can read in. And I'm talking about sensitives who may not have even really spent much time developing their intuition or developing their spiritual skills. However, it's a natural interest for us because we like depth and see into the depths, and we can go into those profound areas and give our clients these amazing insights. We need to turn those insights and that profound ability of intuition and insight into ourselves and perception of ourselves. And we need quiet time, we need integration time, we need contemplation time. And I also believe that this quiet time and introspection time can be productive certain ways. So yes, it's wonderful to read books. It's wonderful to take baths and to walk in nature and to rejuvenate. We need that. Also, as we study our internal world, we can take some time out of I think we have a natural need to just sort of space out sometimes and rest our brains. And but at other times when we're in that contemplative space, it can serve us. It can serve us in defining what we need for ourselves and what we need in our lives. So let's start with our nervous system and what it is we need to be comfortable physically and work our way out from there. So I'm going to walk you through that process a little bit today. And we're going to define success for ourselves personally, regardless of whatever type of business or career endeavor we're in. And then I'm going to walk you through a visualization that can help you take what you know about your physical needs and your health into the arena of balancing those needs with the needs of your business. And that's where we oftentimes just get a little far afield, I would say. It becomes really challenging sometimes for us sensitive entrepreneurs to balance the needs of our body, our health, our nervous system. I like to use it as kind of an umbrella phrase to into our business, and how do we balance our personal needs with our business needs. And I want to say thank you to my live participants here. Nice, welcome, good morning. And so what we're doing is dropping in. Let's drop in for a minute. And what do you already know about your nervous system and what that means for your personal needs? Think about the climate, the temperature that you prefer. Think about the types of clothing you prefer to wear. Think about how much sleep you need. on a daily basis. Think about where you are on the introvert-extrovert scale. How much time do you need with other people versus contemplative time, integration time, perhaps time with your spiritual practice? So thinking about all of this, and I know I've been through some phases when my physical health wasn't really like at the top. I'm actually an extremely healthy person, but I got to a point where I actually had like, I live in Mexico, so I had a bunch of bacteria and things like that in my gut that were draining my energy. And then my needs, my personal needs for sensitivity really increased a lot. They really went up a lot. And I'm grateful that I had the flexibility with my entrepreneur lifestyle to be able to sleep in late, to be able to take a nap in the afternoon if I needed to while I was in the recovery from this phase. And I was so grateful. And I think that's why a lot of us have chosen these unstructured lifestyles where we can choose every day the way we need to create that day. And so it's really important for us. And I know too that we have the tendency to careen into so much self-care that we have to remind ourselves, oh my goodness, I better get something done for my business today. We have to remind ourselves, oh my goodness, I better think about making money. What are the steps I need to do to make money? And this is a balancing of needs. Okay, so now we're kind of getting into the territory of what does it take for us to be successful in business, and how do we define success? So I just asked you to think about, as a sensitive person on the physical level, success meaning you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling healthy, you're feeling rested, you're feeling like your needs are getting met. And going out from there and in making that an assumption, making that your physical health and well-being, your nervous system health is a fundamental. Without that, you really aren't going to be fully available to deliver your services. You're not going to be fully available to provide the insights because you have one foot out the door or a toe out the door, like, I kind of wish I had more rest last night, or I kind of wish I wasn't hungry right now. And yes, there are ways to kind of bridge those moments, and especially if it's only like a 10%, the tag's itching you on the back of your neck or something simple like that, you can kind of talk yourself it and talk yourself into professionalism, and I'm not going to pay attention to that right now. I'm going to be right here. But if it's getting into the 20, 30, 40% distraction from your physical needs, your services are going to suffer, and you're not going to feel as confident. You're not going to feel like you delivered the value at your top-notch quality, and you're going to be hypersensitive to that as well. So don't tear yourself down if you have moments like that. But we're back to our needs and defining success. And now let's imagine, and I want you to know that you are worthy of having your physical needs met and your health and happiness as a sensitive person met. It's a little bit bigger topic than I want to go into today, but we have a lot of baggage about what we were taught about our sensitivity, especially if we spent a lot of time with people who didn't understand it and saw it as a weakness and judged us, told us mean things about it. So I'm not going to go into that. That can be living in your subconscious and making it hard for you to accept your sensitivity and accept this baseline that I'm talking to you about, that you need to be physically healthy and happy and feeling good in your body every day in order to deliver your services. So but I'm going to go with that assumption. That is the first definition of success. And then the second definition of success is, what does that mean about the type of business you want to create for yourself? What type of business works for you? And how much money you need to make. Maybe you don't need to make that much money. Maybe a definition of success for you is bills are paid, I'm putting a little teeny bit by, I'm paying attention to my retirement, you're being wise about your future, but you're not looking to make millions of dollars. Maybe that's not of interest to you. On the other side, maybe it is of interest to you. If you can find a way to meet your needs as a sensitive and still be on board with going big, then I really want you to be as expansive as a human person, as a human being as you can possibly be. We are here to learn and grow and expand. And so I desire that for you. So how do we, on a daily basis, and this is where I get into daily practices and routines. Again, not a topic I'm going to go into today because I want to get into this visualization here really soon. This is sort of setting some context. How can you make sure that your physical needs for comfort are met on a daily basis so that you can be everything you can be for your business? And how do you switch gears from self-care, maybe morning routines, getting up, having a contemplative morning, getting fed, showered, okay, body is happy, my spirit is happy, I am ready, and switching gears from self-care to I'm of service to the world now, and going into your business day. And how would you like your day to be constructed? What does a successful business day look like to you? How are you sharing your gifts with the world on a daily basis? And how are you covering your bases in your business so that you can achieve the type of business that you want to create? I think it all starts from this vision of success. What do we desire for success? How do we define that on top of our physical healthy nervous system? Okay, so let's go into a visualization now, because we're going to start with this foundation of happiness in the body and go into what does that mean for me with my business? What kind of business would I create around myself? Because by the end of our time together today, we're going to, you're going to have a vision of your business that's crafted around your sensitivity that can be a start for you on your definition of success. And from this definition of success, you can create goals, and you can create your daily envisioning. You can write your daily goals. So this can be a daily centering once you have clarity in your vision. And you can commit to this vision and take steps every day, action steps every day. And you can use this vision to discern and differentiate what actions you're taking. This is really important here, actually, and I'll probably revisit this at the end. Your vision is your compass. It's your compass, and your definition of success is your compass. We can, because we process on so many levels and we can create in so many different ways, this vision gives us a metric to measure our action steps by. Does our desire that we're feeling this, we get these internal motivations and inspirations, and I love those. I love those. Our soul is speaking through us. Here's the next good step for you to take. And you can take that inspiration and write it down. Always take notes of all these beautiful ideas that come through, and then measure that idea against, here's how I said I wanted to be successful. Take this idea and compare it. Will these steps, taking these steps, get me to the vision of the type of business and the lifestyle I most desire and I most want to create? And that's the centrifugal force of creating the world that you want, because it's so easy to get distracted. So easy. And we have to be as sensitive, almost more specific in our time management, and we have to be in command of our time, in command of our emotional and physical health and well-being, so that we can show up for ourselves in the way we're choosing to create our life. So I'm going to repeat that because that's a lot of levels. In order to create the life we want, we need to commit like 1,000% to that lifestyle that we're saying we want to create, and measure anything else by that commitment, by that lifestyle vision that we have. And if it doesn't match and doesn't fit, even though it's so sexy and shiny and I really want to create that thing, and I'm talking about books and curriculum and training programs, we have so much to offer the world. But if we haven't laid down baseline steps of identifying that that training and that curriculum and even that blog post is aligned with our audience and aligned with the direction that we want to go in, we're not going to get to where we want to go. So this is cutting the wheat from the chaff. This is straight up business skills. And I think sensitive entrepreneurs, we have more talent then, well, actually, then we kind of know what to do with. We can kind of almost get distracted by our own talents and abilities. And therefore, we need to be really focused and really on point and measure all of our ideas against this metric of, does that really take me in the right direction that I said I wanted to go in? Critical, 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 because we don't have endless resources. We want to have time not just for our self-care, but for other things in our lives besides our business too. So we have to be really structured about what we give to our business. Okay, so let's go into our vision now. In First Friday Flow, I've done a little bit more talking and teaching and context building than I usually do. That's usually more like the Jump the Hump program I do on Wednesdays, the middle of the month. But I always like to offer a contemplative, meditative, guided something spiritual in the First Friday Flow. I really believe that as sensitives, we benefit and we can develop our business skills through contemplative practices and meditation. Okay. And we can get our nervous system's needs met at the same time, so we can leverage these moments of profound spiritual connection into our business skills and into our business arena. That's what I love about my spiritual practice. It's given me so much that way. All right. So begin to grow a little bit quiet now. Take some deep breaths in your chest, there in your heart center. And even here, right here at the top of your chest, there's another chakra that you might want to know about, the high heart chakra, that is the intersection of your joyful purpose in the world. And let your light shine out of your high heart chakra. Share your gifts with the world. Okay, and so I want to drop you into a lily pad. I want you to imagine you're sitting on a big lily pad in the middle of a beautiful, still lake. Maybe there's some pretty mist around you, but just drop into this visualization now of feeling very, very comfortable, very connected with the health and happiness of your body right now. And imagine this scenario developing around you. You are the Buddha sitting on the lily pad on a clear, still lake And maybe there's some pretty mistiness on the lake around you. Notice what the lighting is like. Notice the air temperature is absolutely perfect and comfortable. You couldn't possibly be more comfortable on your lily pad. Beautiful. Okay. Dropping in to your center in your body. If you can imagine where your center of gravity would be, if you were to drop into the essence of your happiness as a sensitive, where does that live in your body? And drop into that place, that knowingness that you have about happiness and contentment on the physical level. Take a deep breath and enjoy that place in your body right now. Feel the pleasure of contentment and happiness on the physical nervous system level, radiating out from that central place of trust and knowingness, how to really take care of your sensitivity and how to really enjoy the happiness and contentment in your body. Okay. That is success on the physical level in your nervous system. All right. All around you in this scenario, this beautiful natural setting that's maybe right around dusk or dawn, it's in that magic hour. There's just a little bit of color in the sky from the sun. Begin to imagine potentialities in your business. And maybe they're sitting on little clouds. So one potentiality is maybe you have 5,000 people on your email list. So one potentiality is your email list. Maybe it's 50 people, maybe it's 500, 5,000. Pick a number. Put your email list on a cloud and you're staying centered here. Don't get too caught up in your thoughts. It's just there. Think of another aspect of your business. Maybe it's around your finances and your money. Maybe there's a cluster of little clouds that represent your finances and your money. How much money do you want to be making? What do your finance reports say? What are the prices of your products? How many products do you have? And maybe there's another cluster of little clouds that represent your products and your offerings to the world. These might be downloadable items or physical, tangible products. Maybe another set of clouds is around your services. Maybe one of your services is customer service on your physical products. Maybe these are higher end programs, one-on-ones, retreats, group programs. Maybe those are online or in person. Think about all of the ways that you bring your gifts into the world in exchange for money. And maybe there's another set of clouds that represents the technology that's required to operationally conduct your business, all the different tools and systems you need. And maybe there's another set of clouds that are the people who are involved in your business. These might be coaches, these might be assistants, your team, your supporters, people who believe in you. And there might be another set of clouds for your marketing, marketing and sales processes, your messaging, how you communicate. So imagine these are all related to the many different hats we wear as entrepreneurs. You have a current relationship with all of these different clouds, all of these different aspects, these representations of the different parts of your business, and see these arrayed around you while you are centered here in the middle. So I want you to recenter yourself in the middle. You're the master and commander from your place of physical happiness and nervous system contentment and joy and pleasure in your body. Take a deep breath again and reconnect with that joyful center inside you of your physical health and well-being, happiness and contentment. And from that place, seated there calmly on the lily pad, noticing all these different aspects of your business around you, begin to imagine you can take out something like a magic wand, or you can imagine that some energy comes out of your heart chakra, and connects with each of these different aspects of your business. And you can define and decide what it is that you most desire in each of these aspects of your business. How would you define success? How many people would you like to connect with in your community? Maybe it feels good and right and natural for you to pick a certain number of how large you want your community to be. Maybe you can work with another one of these clouds and decide, what do I want my numbers to look like? Imagine yourself looking right now at one of your P&L statements, your profit and loss statements. Take a deep breath into that pleasure center before you do this. And what would you most like to see on your bottom line of your profit and loss statement? Running it month after month after month and seeing a certain figure, a certain dollar amount. And what is that dollar amount? How does that define your success in your business? Beautiful, beautiful. And go now to your services and products. How many services and products would you like to have? Would you like to bring out into the world? Maybe that's one or two that you do really, really well. Or maybe you're a little bit more of a prolific creator, artist, and you have so much to share. And maybe you see yourself with multiple different programs, products. Maybe there's tiers and levels. People start here and they work with me a little longer and they go here, a funnel. Maybe you've got a funnel or maybe more than one funnel from a lower price product into higher pricing, one-on-one time, and maybe into an executive retreat, a VIP retreat in person, someplace really special. So who would you need in your team? And how would you like to connect with those people to support you in your joyful happiness as a successful entrepreneur? Imagine how wonderful those relationships feel, how you can really be yourself with these people, how you feel understood by them, and how smoothly the relationship is, the delegation. They really support you in a perfect, perfect way. And think now about all the other aspects of your business on all these different clouds around you as you are centered here in your spiritual power on the lotus like a Buddha. Allow yourself to come into clarity about what you would really desire in your business, what feels really, really good. As you maintain yourself, maintain your sense of health and well-being at the center of it all of this begins to move around you in gentle, natural, harmonious ways. And you're like a conductor of all these different parts of your business, feeling them coming into right relationship with you as you are the centrifugal force that commands and holds everything together in exactly the right proportions and balance. All these different operational, technical aspects of your business. So begin to feel that well-being from your center cascading out as you connect with these different parts of your business from this place of harmony, contentment in your center. You're projecting out and radiating out all of this contentment from your center and encompassing and blessing these different aspects of your business with that success that you feel inside, with that as your center, as your centrifugal force to all these different aspects, and feel them moving in a really comfortable and harmonious way. And as they do that, your spiritual nature becomes involved as well, and right sizes helps you get out of your head and helps you right size all these different aspects of your business from the perspective of your higher self, what you're really meant to be doing here in the world. And feel the comfort of the spiritual support that you have as well, bringing you and your nervous system and your sensitivity into right relationship with all the different aspects of your business. Watching this happening around you naturally, comfortably, gracefully, easily, all the resources you need being orchestrated by the universe to bring everything into position, everything into harmony. The universe really has your back right now. All right, so begin to acknowledge your success as an entrepreneur right now with the basis of your success right here in your body, right here in the essence of your physical comfort. Feel the peace that that creates. Feel the peacefulness of this success that is created from a place of harmony, fully resourced inside and out. Wonderful. So I invite you to take what you've seen here today, what you've learned here today about how you can define success, and maybe take a few notes. What did you learn? What did you learn about the relative proportions of all these different aspects of your business? So create and craft your vision into a couple of goal statements. Recommend that you use the SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound. There's some more spiritual ways of putting that, but define your goals and write those down. Write them in a way that you can use them to measure any new shiny object, any new idea that comes up about how you could be using your time. and bring that into these goals, measure it against these goals. Is that really what I want to do? Okay, let's keep that idea on a list as a maybe for later. Right now, I need to focus here, putting the steps in place, the foundation in place to build the business of my dreams that honors my sensitivity every single day. It has been an absolute pleasure to be with you today. Thank you for allowing me to share with you about how we can define our success as entrepreneurs, and allowing me to share my gifts as a spiritual guide and being able to lead this guided visualization that is really, really relevant to your business success. So I honor you. I am wishing you a fantastic day. Thank you so much for being here.